Hello, it's Jim Hutchins for the Jerusalem Connection Spot Report for this week. I want to deal with an issue that surfaces from time to time, primarily among those who believe in replacement theology. The theology that says that the church, that Christians have inherited all the promises of Israel because they have broken covenant with God. And they likewise say because they've broken covenant, they have no right to be in the land. Now, interestingly enough, God agrees with that. They have broken covenant with God. The Jews have broken covenant with God. Their actions, their behavior, the prophets are replete in saying that they have been kicked out of the land because of their behavior and their actions. Matter of fact, Ezekiel says this in Ezekiel 36, "Again the word of the Lord came to me, Son of man, when the people of Israel were living in their own land, they defiled it by the conduct and their actions. Their conduct was like a woman's monthly uncleanness in my sight. So I poured out my wrath on them because they had shed blood in the land and because they had defiled it with their idols. I dispersed them among the nations. They were scattered through the countries. I judged them according to their conduct and their actions. And wherever they went among the nations, they profaned my holy name." He uses that term profaned 5 times in this context right here. "Wherever they went among the nations, they profaned my holy name, for it was said of them, these are the Lord's people. And yet they had to leave his land. And I had concern for my holy name, which the house of Israel profaned among the nations where they had gone." The prophets agree with this to a man. And that's not all that's said about it. Listen to what else he says. "Therefore say to the house of Israel, this is what Adonai Yahweh says, it is not for your sake, O house of Israel, that I'm going to do these things, but for the sake of my holy name, which you have profaned among the nations where you have gone. I will show the holiness of my great name, which has been profaned among the nations, the name you have profaned among them. And then the nations will know that I am Yahweh, declares Adonai Yahweh, when I show myself holy through you before their eyes." They've been kicked out of the land. And what God is going to do, he's going to do not because of the people, not because of their spiritual conditions. They have blasphemed the name. They have desecrated the name. They have profaned the high and holy name of Yahweh. But he's going to bring them back. Listen to what he says. "I will take you," verse 24, "I will take you out of the nations. I will gather you back from the countries and bring you back into your own land. I will sprinkle clean water on you, and you'll be clean. I will cleanse you from all your impurities, from all your idols. I will give you a new heart and put a new spirit in you. I will remove from you the heart of stone and give you a heart of flesh. I will put my spirit in you and move you to follow my decrees and be careful to keep my laws. You will live in the land I gave your forefathers. You will be my people, and I will be your God. And I will save you from all your uncleanness." So God says, yes, they have betrayed me. They have blasphemed me. They profaned me. They have cursed my name for all practical purposes. Now, there are some believers, true believers, no question about it. But by and large, the Jews, that's the indictment of the Jews, and that's why they were dispersed among the nations, because they profaned his name. Now he's going to bring them back, and he is bringing them back in a profane state with the promise that he's going to create within them a new heart. And so we can expect to see a spiritual renewal, a spiritual revival, a recommitment to the God of Israel. That's the grace of God. That is indeed grace, that he would do that in a profane state. Reminds me of the Apostle Paul's statement, Ephesians chapter 2. "For by grace are you saved through faith, and that not of yourselves. It's a gift of God, not of works, lest any man should boast." Hallelujah for the grace of God that Israel has and will continue to experience. Renewal is coming. Hallelujah. Till next week, Od Ki Yavo Shiloh, or until Messiah comes, Shalom Aleichem.